Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be called the Dogma of Fad Diets. Now, I may get some flack between the carnivore dieters and the vegans. I want to make a quick disclaimer here first that between those two diets, the keto diet, the code red diet, Fruitarian, Pescatarian, ovo-vegetarian, you know, all those ones in between, flexible dieting even, because I've done that as well. Look, they are healthy diets. I'm just going to say that. They are healthy diets, okay? And this is no, speech for save the whales. This isn't some, stop pulling oil out of the earth because it's lubricant for our world, and we need to stop driving cars, okay? I drive a car. I need good quality oil to keep my car running because I drive and I commute for work all the time, okay? So I just wanted to get that in and out of the way. Now, I think one of the biggest ordeals that we're dealing with, though, as far as some of these diets go in our world today, is autoimmune disorders and autoimmune flare-ups from healthy foods. Between blueberries, strawberries, and peanuts, and those are just three major examples that a lot of people can be allergic to. There's autoimmune flare-ups when they're actually supposed to eat these things on a diet. So I just wanted to say that between balance and detoxing, really, there's no right way about doing it between healthy food. You have to do what works for you. Okay? I'm going to just go ahead and say that again. You have to do what works for you. Alright? But I think with some of these allergic reactions, histomatic reactions, one problem that could solve it is maybe trying incremental amounts of the food. For example, I'm going to give you this one and another one. For example, I have a friend over in California who is allergic to garlic. He did a test. He sent in a test and a specimen and found out that he had this laundry list of foods that he can't eat because he has an allergic reaction and it doesn't work with his gut biome, but he's also allergic to garlic, which blows my mind because garlic is antifungal, antiviral, cuts durations of colds and flu down by 50%, corrects your gut biome, produces good gut flora. It helps lower cholesterol, helps with good blood circulation, so it's a blood thinner. It's also a natural antibiotic. The laundry list is huge for what garlic can do, and just the chemical reaction of allicin when you crush the garlic and you have that chemistry work in your favor as an herb. This thing has been used for centuries. Between the Greek and Roman cultures, they used it for medicinal purposes. They used it before men went out to war. Spartans even ate a clove of garlic and drank some kind of animal blood before going into war in some sort of a soup, I think. My little brother told me that, so don't quote me on that one. But maybe you know what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to paraphrase on that one. Anyway, that kind of blew my mind that garlic was something that he was allergic to. Now, the next example I'm going to say, so that way I can quit rambling, is this. Dr. Christopher, a guy that I've been studying, looking into his work, gave an example of a patient or a person who was allergic to walnuts. The advice that he gave this person specifically was to take small little amounts of a walnut and incrementally increase it, but eat it once a day and increase the amount little by little, whether this was a whole walnut by the end of the week or maybe it was a whole walnut by the end of 2 weeks. He had to progress and eat this thing until he got used to it. And as time went on, this person was able to enjoy walnuts. Now I think for my friend, what he could do is maybe he could do the same thing with garlic, for example. Cut little pieces off, eat it incrementally over time, build his way up to a clove, build his way up to a couple cloves. Next thing you know, he's eating a bowl of garlic. And that could be anything with any food. I think that could be a solution. Don't quote me on that, but that's just some advice I'm going to give out to people. But in this world today, we live in a world where we have a lot of autoimmune flare-ups and disorders to where we can't eat certain foods, and we shouldn't eat certain foods. Between grains, nuts, seeds, certain vegetables, certain fruits, gluten intolerance. I really do think that that has something to do with GMOs, pesticides and insecticides being sprayed and chemically spread out on our food, possibly also the soil that it's grown in. But I'm not going to open up that can of worms, even though I am right now. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I know that that could be a possibility as well. The next point of this video that I wanted to bring up, though, too, was the fact that for centuries, we had spiritual men, medicine men, spiritual gurus, people like Jesus, Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad, Buddha, and so on and so forth, these guru men that did times and periods of detoxification and cleansing for the body. And they were able to teach and pass on this old practice to the masses. They used a series of hydrotherapies, herbs, and foods to eat specifically for a period of time for cleaning up the body, cleaning up the organs. There's something to detoxification that causes a paradigm shift in people, I think, and it changes your outlook on the world. Some people maybe get a little extreme, others see a new way of life with it. In my own personal experience, I've seen a new way of life with it. So it's more than just fasting. Fasting is one thing, but cleansing is another. And since this kind of therapy has been around for centuries, I think that there's something that we could take away and learn from that. And who knows, maybe it could correct, maybe even correct the autoimmune disorders that people in this day and age have. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is something called juice cleansing, but I like to call juice flushing, that was introduced to America by a man named Dr. Norwalk. And he came up with his own brand and juicer called the Norwalk, as well as helping to develop and create other juicing fads. And there's something to juice flushing that is unordinary, but we live in an unordinary world nowadays because we eat a whole lot of fake foods and we don't eat a whole lot of whole foods in their wholesome state, which is the one principle that we've gotten away from. When we go back to that, I think that we would see a great change in our health. So the concept with juice flushing is that you make a concentrated liquid from a vegetable or fruit. Some you can juice, others you can't. And you make this concentrated liquid that you can drink that breaks up any kind of sediments and deposits that could be in your internal organs between your gallbladder, your kidneys, and the second largest organ in your body, the intestines, basically the bowel. And what that does is that does a flushing and elimination occurrence to get all the waste, toxins, possibly parasites, fungi out of the body, and flushes it out flushes it out thoroughly. Excuse me. I gotta slow down there a little bit. So, juice flushing, I think, is a solution that a lot of people overlook, or it's something that a lot of people don't want to do, but it's a part of the detoxification of the body. And I think that that would really change a lot of different people's views and paradigms within the world that we live in. And I know this is going to sound like maybe it's a vegan rant, and it may sound like I'm going down that route, but what I'm really trying to say is that even if it is clean eating, even if it is, say, a vegan diet and you're on a diet of juices for a period of time, back in the golden era, a lot of bodybuilders took a week, 1 week, and it may have possibly been on a deload week, where 1 week per month they ate nothing but plant foods for a week. I would definitely do a deload week if I knew I wasn't going to be able to get in my 50 to 60 grams of protein per day from animal foods, and it was going to have to be from plants. I learned that from Golden Era Bookworm. but there was at least a period of 1 week where these bodybuilders took a week off and they ate nothing but plants, a time for cleansing and detoxing the body. So there is something to that, I think. They never took it to a healing extreme and did it for, say, 30 days to 60 days to 90 days. That's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. But there's something to detoxifying periodically and routinely, detoxifying and cleansing the body routinely, and using a form of herbal therapy, hydrotherapy, and juice flushing all together. So again, this is not saving the whales. This is not stop people from using oil and sucking out the lubricant of the world and being anti-carb. What I'm saying is that I think that there's something to routine cleansing and detoxification, and I think it could possibly help with a lot of these autoimmune disorders that people are developing, or sicknesses that people are developing to certain healthy foods. So that's all I got to say. But yeah, I think that wraps it up, guys. So anyways, video's long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Just wanted to say before I go, if you guys think that this video was helpful and of any value, share it with your friends or people that you think might be interested in what I have to say. Leave a comment down below so I can engage with you in the comment section. Give me some time to get back to you, but I always do engage in the comments, and I do like to write back to you guys. And I also like the feedback, just to see, you know, what you guys think, and just to hear from you guys, and to hear from my audience, to hear back from you guys, and just to see how you guys are doing. And then also, last but not least, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. That helps me out more than anything, you guys, and it helps me build my audience. And also, you will not miss an upload if you subscribe. So yeah. Alright guys, you take care. I'll talk to you soon.